Good evening, VV Nation. My name is Ryan. Welcome to the channel. Always a pleasure giving these 6 p.m. videos. That's right, I took today's spot. Glenn is out today. He's not recording. He's got the dental issues that we all saw yesterday. So he's going to take Thursday's spot most likely. But until then, I'm going to show you some great opportunities in the market. We've all seen the US-China deal, 90-day pause, right? So me, logically thinking, a lot of companies are going to take advantage of this 90-day pause, increase shipping, and get their products from China and other places here to the United States. Sooner than later, right? Putting pressure on shipping companies. And these stocks, they're going up right now. They're trending up. A lot of them have been selling off during the tariff turmoil, but these positions now are breaking these downward trend lines, showing a lot of opportunities. So tonight's presentation, we're going to take a look at the top 5 shipping companies to take advantage of this market situation, take a look at the industry space, and I'm going to show you some articles showing the bullish momentum and why I'm bullish on these positions. So if this is something that you're interested in and want to take advantage of the rising tides in the market right now, let's go ahead and dive in. For well over 6 months, shipping companies have been under pressure due to the uncertainty of the tariffs between the United States and China. But big news coming out this week, right? We saw that, if you haven't seen it already, tariffs were going to stay at 145%, but the deal over this past weekend here, it'll be dropped to just 30%. And according to the article, has potential to spur at least a partial shipping revival after ships from China to the US almost completely ceased in recent weeks. Here's another article touching on just that. You can see right here at the headline, await volume rebound. Think about it. A lot of companies hit the pause button once the tariffs were enacted, but now with the tariffs pulled back, this means companies reliant on foreign manufacturing are going to rush goods back to the United States during this 90-day pause. Again, the headline's all positive here. This headline stating shipping demand set to explode as firms rush to exploit US China tariff pause. Exactly the point I'm trying to make here. So let's go ahead and jump in the VectorVest 7 system and see if there's any money to be made. Now that we're in the VectorVest 7 software, here's a chart of the industry as a whole. These is a collection of all the shipping stocks that we track in the VectorVest 7 software. You can see the downtrend. We're looking at a 6-month chart here at no surprise with tariff concerns, things of that nature. But look, even before the news this weekend, the space in an uptrend currently. You can see the price action above the 20-day EMA. And if I go to a year out, you can see a downward trend line here. You can see the downward trend line coming in around $21 currently. So this I could see as potential resistance going forward if we do see a substantial rally to continue. In addition, down below, RT relative timing has done a great job keeping you on the right side of the trade. This looks at the short-term price trend of any entity. In this example here, the transportation industry, you can see RT is an oscillation from 0 to 2. Above 1 lets us know that short-term price trend is currently up. Below 1 means we're in a downtrend. We could see the price action in a downtrend clearly. RT being below 1, letting our subscribers know not the best time to be bullish. However, an uptrend has formed, price action above the 20-day EMA. And if I use my date line here, the RT relative timing went in favorable territory as of yesterday with the gap up, coming in at 1.08, and with more momentum to the upside of that, and with momentum gaining to the upside, RT coming in at 1.12 as of today. If you're looking for confirmation in the industry, take out yesterday's high, this upper wick here. We saw a little bit of selling pressure come in. On strong volume would be ideal. That high is at $16.99. So if we get into $17, that gives us some confirmation to the upside if you're not already in the trades. If you're already in the trades, hey, there's a trend line there. Keep it simple. Or if you want to tighten that up a little bit, looks like the 20-day EMA is going to ratchet up a little bit quicker as of right now than just the trend line itself. So now we are taking a look at the top shipping companies. You can see there's 60 stocks found in the VectorVest software. Of these, we're just looking at the top 5 here. The top rated one, GSL. After that, KEX. If we take a look here at the valuation, this is what we currently feel a stock is worth. It's not a price target, but a lot of these stocks, actually most of them are undervalued. HAFN is the only overvalued stock here, coming at $5 currently. We value it just under $4. As far as long-term price appreciation, our RV, this is a fundamental indicator, all in favorable territory above 1. These are on oscillation points. The oscillation point of 1, so above 1 is favorable, below 1 is unfavorable. However, looking at RS, relative safety being below 1, overall pretty risky stocks here. Although that risk may be worth it, they're currently in an uptrend with the RT relative timings all in favorable territory. 4 out of the 5 stocks currently have buy ratings. And if we look at the forecasted earnings growth rate, double digits in 3 out of the top 5 positions in this industry. Pretty hot space. So me personally, I'm thinking more of a swing trade here, not so much a buy and hold. But with these stocks showing momentum to the upside, might just be worth it taking advantage of some of this. Starting off with GSL, the top rated stock by VST. That's overall combination of value, safety, and timing. Look at the momentum today, full body candlestick, very little wick at the top, but we are currently hitting a level of resistance at the prior swing high coming in around 24.05. Currently we're trading at 23.94. So if you're looking for confirmation, get above this level, get a breakout, strong volume, always preferred. But other than that, if we take a look at our RT relative timing, the short-term price trend went favorable back when the stock closed at $21.13. Currently, the stock just shy of $24. And the stock is currently still diverging away from that 20-day EMA, showing momentum to the upside. Here we have KEX, price action, diverging away from that 20-day EMA. On top of that, buy rating starting to show up, showing the momentum to the upside with RT in favorable territory and still climbing today, coming in at 1.35. So a lot of magnitude when it comes to this position, Kirby Corp. Here we have Starbulk Carrier, fresh buy rating this week. However, the stock is down today. I don't like that. There's a gap to fill here. Let's take out yesterday's high just to get confirmation to the upside. As well, pay attention to the prior swing high coming in at 1734. Price action currently sitting at 1609. Could see some resistance in the near future. But we do have a buy rating and price action staying above that 20-day EMA. RT relative timing in favorable territory. Hit a high of yesterday at 1.28. with momentum to the upside, but we're seeing that wane today. So again, just looking for confirmation, let's take out yesterday's high and get that RT above 1.28. Another transportation shipping company that's had a buy rating in place now since the beginning of the month with the close price at $4.72. Price action currently sits at $5.10. And if we look below, RT relative timing coming in this week at 1.46, so you can see exactly why I'm putting the space on your radar. A lot of momentum to the upside right now. And the last stock we have here is MATX, Matson Inc. shipping company. Again, the downtrend during the tariff turmoil. But look at price action, finally getting above that 20-day EMA and remaining above it, diverging away from it, showing some momentum to the bulls. That 20-day EMA utilized as a level of resistance for the most part over the last 6 months. And look at RT relative timing, big jump, nice momentum change. RT was at 0.48. just a few trading sessions ago to close this week in favorable territory at 1.1. Thus, the tide might just be changing with this position. We don't have a buy rating yet from the VectorVest 7 software, so it is a little early as far as an entry point. Now, as far as these stocks in general in the space, you can see why it's hot. A lot of these stocks are breaking that downward trend line. The momentum is starting to change. And with the 90-day pause, I see this good for business as companies load up these ships to get their products here before the 90-day pause is over. Because again, we don't know exactly what's going to happen at the end of this 90-day pause or if a deal can even be reached. Again, my name is Ryan. It's always a pleasure giving you these 6 p.m. videos. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow evening.